This is the Vevor wet polisher. Now, on my prospecting journeys, I find a lot of really cool rocks. Rocks like this. And I say every rock tells a story. Well, I've been cutting some of these in half to reveal the story a little bit better. But I want to be able to put a good shine to it, a good polish, so you can really see everything and it pops out. Now, I've tried these polishing discs that you put on an angle grinder, and they kind of work, but not to the level that I want. So Vevor sent me this wet polisher to review. Now, it's basically just an angle grinder. It comes with a guard, and to put it on, you can't just slide it right on because this hose here that feeds the water is kind of in the way. So I had to disassemble the hose clamp, put it around, and reassemble it. Now it fits, and that clamp is on there. Now, I've seen other reviews where the attachment that goes to the hose is like a non-American style. People had to fabricate their own way to get the hose to actually attach. But this is their newer version, and it attaches right onto a garden hose, no problem, so no issue with that. The discs that come with it start at 50 grit, and they go all the way to 3000 grit. And they stick on with Velcro. So I can just line it up, and now it's stuck on there. It sticks on pretty hard, so. Now it comes with all the tools you need, a little wrench, a little Allen key, and then these two little pieces, which I don't know what these are. Maybe you in the comments can tell me. I don't see anything in the user manual that tells you what they are. Anyway, I'm just gonna pop the handle on here. Whoops. And it comes with two handles types. One, just a handle like a regular angle grinder, or this handle that kind of goes in the middle. So you can pick which one you like best. I'll give this one a try. That's it, pretty straightforward, ready to go. So now we need to test it. So there's a variable speed dial here. It goes from 1 to 6. So it's got some different speeds, a lot of variability there. So let's turn the water on. It's kind of hard to tell when it's done to switch. I guess you got to look at the light and see if you can see any saw marks. I still see a few, so I'll spend a little more time with this 50 grit. Then I'll get all the samples that I want done with the 50 grit and just keep going down the train. Okay, so now I'll just switch from 50 down to 100. Take that one off, put this one on, pretty easy. Wow, this thing's getting hot. Definitely putting on some heat there. So that's taken down to 3000 grit, and they look amazing. Now when there's water still on them, it's still kind of a little deceiving to see how well the finish took. So I'm gonna let these dry and then come back and see if they have a nice shiny polish. So I've spent time polishing a whole bunch of different rocks and taking them all the way to 3000 grit. And you can see it does leave a good shine on there. Now some rocks polish better than others. Now this rock is a schist. It has a lot of biotite, and biotite isn't the sturdiest of minerals. So I don't think this one's ever gonna get to that really deep glassy polish. This rock is more sturdy, and it's on the verge of that glassy polish. But to be honest, I think 3000 grit isn't quite enough to get it to that really glassy finish. Right here, this is a piece of basalt, and you can see it's a pretty good finish on the rock, and the brassy minerals in there, the sulfides, they're just mirror finish. It's really good. However, I ended up getting another stack of sanding discs. The discs that come with the Vevor kit stop at 3000, but this has a 6000 and an 8000 grit disc. So I'm gonna take these and see if I can get that shine just a little bit higher. So I've taken all these rocks down to 8000 grit. And when there's water on them, it looks just glossy, smooth as smooth could be. It's when they dry that they look a little bit different. So I'm gonna let these dry, and then I'll show you what 8000 grit looks like. But overall with this machine, the way I've been using it is I've been kind of taking the smaller rocks and I just bring it up like so and polish them down. This would be good for like a table, you know, getting something big shined up. But for these little ones, I've been doing it just like this, and that works just fine. You will get wet though, so be prepared to get soaking wet. So now it was taken to 8,000 grit, and it does have a little bit more polish. And depending on the rock will depend on the polish. You can see this one here, look at the light shining on that. Like, that's a pretty good mirror finish right there. This one also has a pretty good mirror finish. And even the basalt shined up really well. Now, you can get different polishing creams like a diamond paste and bring things up to like 20,000 grit. Really fine finishing. And I got these felt pads that work. So you wouldn't be able to use water with this, but this would be something like maybe you'd get some of that diamond paste and then be able to use it with the felt to get even a higher buff on it. Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do, because it does look better still wet, I think I'm gonna put a little floor wax on that just to get it a finish. Now, I noticed with the machine, there is like a skill. I still have to learn when to switch the pads, because there's a few sections here, like if I shine the light, you can see right there. You see how that edge right there isn't quite as shiny. That's because with the coarser wheel, I probably was a little bit heavy on the edge there, and it took it down so it's not perfectly flat. So there's actually still some scratches there that I need to buff out. In the center though, no scratches at all. Looks beautiful. So overall, I'm really happy with how this machine worked out. The water flow and everything seems to work really well. It's really easy to switch pads, and it does exactly what I wanted it to do. Full disclosure, this is a sponsored video by Vevor. They sent me this machine to do a review, and there's an affiliate link below that gives you a discount if you want to purchase this, just so you know. Thank you to Vevor for sending me this. I got some more polishing to go, and then I'm gonna be selling some of these rocks on my website. I might get some floor wax or something first. I'm still experimenting a little bit, but thank you guys for watching. Check out the link if you're interested. Come on back for the next one. Bye-bye.